Hello, friends, and welcome to your League One Ontario match of the week. My name is Pierce Lang. I will be providing play-by-play for you all day long here. We've got a fantastic matchup in what could very well be the deciding game in the Credit River Cup. It is North Mississauga taking on Sigma. Sigma are your home team. They're going to be in blue, while North Mississauga will be in their traditional reds. North Mississauga lining up in a 4-3-3 with 16-year-old Anthony Morano starting up top. On the left will be Lee Victor, Carm Memi, and then in the middle you've got Frank Privite, Cameron Stewart, and Justin Loganov. On your back line, your left back's going to be Deshaun Palmer Agamang. Luca Ragnin and Saab Kular will be your center backs, with Chetty Nolim as your starting right back. Starting in goal will be Michael Williams. On the other side of the pitch, you've got your Sigma side, who will also be playing in a 4-3-3 today. And starting up top for them will be reigning League One Ontario scoring champion Miles Green, making his debut. He spent last year with Hamilton United, and this year spent most of this season training with Forge FC in the Canadian Premier League. To his right will be Marcus Caldeira. On his left will be Kevin Tavernier. Your midfielders will be Nino Nikolovsky, Faisal Gafur, and Yusuf Helmi. Your back line is going to be Imani Aboud, Luka Milodragovic, Santiago Freis, Cameron Tagignac, and then starting in goal will be Dino Bontis. Sigma currently find themselves in fourth place, having had a bye week this past week, and a couple teams were able to slide past them as they caught up, as Sigma did have a game at hand. They've had some good performances this year, most notably from at least my conversation with head coach Zon Zervos, was the 3-3 draw that they had with league leaders Blue Devils FC in recent memory, where they in fact had the lead and then exchanged goals back and forth. Emery Welshman, who's currently leading this Sigma side in goals, is away right now for Gold Cup qualifying with Guyana. Talking to head coach Zervos from Sigma, he was saying that the Credit River Cup is great for the community. Builds relationships between the players and the fans. And if you win, the players are happy about that. That's for sure. Probably quote of the year, if you ask me. No Ryan Cadu in the starting lineup for Sigma today. Another impact player, Kyle Walton, starting on the bench as well. When you look at this North Mississauga side, this is more or less the same team that won the Ontario Cup a couple years back, the 2000 age group. They were bronze medalists at the national championships as well. A couple other players sprinkled in for good measure. As always, you'll have the lovely sound of planes flying overhead today as they head in and out of Pearson Airport. providing us with a soundtrack for the festivities. Santiago Freis playing a ball up the wing into the middle for Gafour. Basel Gafour lays it off. Freis again to Helmy. Helmy being closed down. This is Santiago Freis. Ball squirts free and it's bouncing around. Luca Raganin battling for it, trying to win it back for North Miss. It was Marcus Caldera losing the ball in the corner there for Sigma, and it's going to go out for North Mississauga throw-in. Lovely opportunity coming here for Sigma, and we've got our first goal of the game. Nino Nikolovsky, but offside on the play. That's going to be called back. Save the celebrations, boys. But a good start for Sigma, finding their way through. Just got to stay within the limits of the laws, really. This is Frank Privite playing it back. Ball up through the middle and a careless pass there goes out of bounds for a Sigma throw-in. Zamani Abiud throwing it in, looking for Miles Green. Green will want to have another look at goal after that goal called back. Dragovic into Gafour. Gafour playing it back. Caldera working his way into the middle. He's at the top of the box. Closed down quickly. North Mississauga on the counter attack, taking their time to build up play through the middle. Freis steps up and dispossesses North Mississauga of the ball, and it's worked out quickly. Caldera on the wing. Freis is going to put the ball into the middle for Helmy, but he gets it right back immediately. This is Gafour with it, weighing his options, looking around. You can see him scanning left, right, looking both ways, trying to find a man, directing traffic now. Nikolovsky into the corner for Abiud. Abiud's cross is blocked and it's going to go out for the first corner kick of the match for Sigma FC here in the 6th minute of play. Nikolovsky giving it to Gafour. Gafour back into the corner for Nikolovsky. Nikolovsky on his left, swings the ball into the box. Popped up into the air, headed away from danger by number 4 in red, Saab Kular. North Mississauga doing a very good job of staying organized here right now, fending off the attacks from the boys in blue, Sigma FC. Privite loses the ball on his feet and it's knocked away. Nikolovsky. Gafour closed down quickly once again, and it's Kular on the tackle getting whistled down. Helmy over the ball. Dragovic out onto the wing and a bit too strong for Imani Abiud. He's unable to control the ball. Dragovic with a strong header into the middle, but only as far as Cam Melmi. Provide was offside on the play, so that one's going to be coming back as well. I'll have updates for you in the second half as to results from across the league, standings, and other news about what's going on in the world of Canadian soccer. Abiud with it now. Tavernier giving it back to Abiud. Abiud back to Nikolovsky. Nikolovsky's going to loft a ball up over the top. Tavernier working hard, trying to cut back inside, but he's forced out of the box. Abiud battling hard. Can he keep it in? He does. Good hustle there. But eventually it's Memi who's able to clear. Privite gets the ball up and it only goes as far as Milodragovic. Some swift passing here from Sigma to get themselves out of trouble, give themselves a little bit of space. I was talking before the game with Sigma head coach John Zervos about Miles Green. He's mentioning how he's kind of a bit of a known commodity here around the league, but he brings something really good in that he has a different look at some of these teams from a different perspective than how his Sigma teammates and coaching staff may have seen them, having played in a different system and understanding them slightly differently. But in that same breath, because he has been with Forge, he's been under the tutelage of Bobby Smyrniotis the last several months, so he's familiar with the system that Sigma are going to play and comfortable playing that style. This will be a great opportunity for him to stretch out his legs and get some game action where he might have not seen it with Forge in recent weeks, and this will be his opportunity to shine. Still 0-0 here, folks, at the Paramount Fine Foods Fields here in Mississauga. We're in the 10th minute of play. The ball goes up for Anthony Morano. Morano was on the bench for York United last night in the Canadian Premier League. Didn't see any action, but a great step for him to move up and get a look at how the professionals do it firsthand. Here's Morano giving chase to Frace. He gets a foot in, blocks the clearance. Privite trying to maintain possession. Opportunity knocking here is Loganov has it. Loganov shot it towards goal, blocked by Milodragovic, and Frace is able to clear. Chested down, and North Mississauga continue to attack. This is Lee Victor Masunda putting a ball into the middle. Miles Green comes away with it, but Nikolovsky's going to get whistled down for being a touch too aggressive on the play. Frank Privite stands over the ball. He's going to whip a left-footed ball into the box. You can see everybody from North Mississauga lined up over to the left. Nikolovsky and Miles Green making a two-man wall in front of Dino Bontis, well in front of him. Privite steps up, puts the ball into the box. Bontis goes up and pulls that one out of the air. Quickly put it back into play. This is Faisal Ghaffur with it now, rounding the defender, and he'll be muscled off the ball. It squirts out of bounds, and it's going to be a free kick. You can hear the North Mississauga coaching staff yelling, "That's not a card." Looks like Ghaffur might have dislocated his shoulder here by the looks of it. He had to hazard a guess. Doesn't look like Ghaffur is going to come out of the game, but We'll see if the camera picks this up as he gets his shoulder popped back in here. This is Frace over the ball. Caldera cutting into the middle. Milodragovic now with it. Stops, turns. Oh, it looks like Gafur is going to have to come out of the match after all. They're signaling to the bench that they need a substitution. Nikolovsky out wide for Abiud. Nikolovsky working his way through the North Mississauga players. Tavernier now down in the corner, working his way into the box, down to the byline. Tavernier with it still. Easily handled by Michael Williams. He'll slow things down and give the North Mississauga side a chance to catch their breath and get themselves back into position. It looks as though this early sub is going to be Gabriel Goranson coming in place of Faisal Gafur. Not quite like for like, but as close as they can probably get at this stage. Hard to replace a player like Faisal Gafur with the experience and just overall knowledge that he has of the game and having been around this team for so long. They're looking for Miles Green through the middle, but it's easily picked off by Luka Ragnanen. Previte with it now, laying it off. Ball being worked around. This is Saab Kular. Cheto Nolan giving the ball up. Abiud gets it up, but it's only as far as Cameron Stewart. Ragnanen giving it back to Stewart once again. They'll work it out to the wing. You can see how much room Sigma are giving North Mississauga to build play up. And the aforementioned substitution here coming in the 15th minute of play is Gabriel Goranson comes into the match for Faisal Gafur. This is Helmy with it. Abiud to Nikolovsky. Helmy comes away with it after it bounces off a defender. Nikolovsky working hard, and he's shoved off the ball by Lee Victor Masunda. Masunda wearing the captain's armband, a handful for anyone to match up against. This is Miles Green with his first chance, or Nikolovsky rather. No, that is Miles Green. Miles Green with his first chance where he's been onside. Puts it just wide at the far post and out for a goal kick. Homie gets the ball and he's found Tavernier. Caldera looking for Nikolovsky. Nikolovsky comes away with it, however. Or Caldera, rather, that. Miles Green with another chance in towards goal, but stepping up is Michael Williams to make the big save. And the one-on-one opportunity with Miles Green. You can see how effective Miles Green's been so far in this match. A welcome addition to a side that is used to scoring goals. One of the top scoring teams in the league so far this year. Goranson giving it to Nikolovsky. Nikolovsky pops ball into the box, but it's going to go over top of everyone and out for another goal kick. "17 minutes played here, friends." Ragnanen getting it out wide. Caldera with it again. Battling hard with Deshaun Palmer Agiyang. Dragovich goes all the way back to Bontis, giving the defense an opportunity to reset. Frace getting it up to Helmy. Helmy being harried off the ball. Turnover. Privite puts it into the middle, and Masunda was there, but just a little bit too much mustard on that one for him to control. Dragovich strong on the ball, but he ends up being dispossessed. Memi comes away with it. He's one-on-one with Nikolovsky. He's going to whip a ball into the box. It goes off of Nikolovsky and out for a corner kick. Still 0-0 here, friends, between these two Credit River Cup competitors in North Mississauga and Sigma FC. Pro Stars, the other team in that trifecta. Sigma win this one. They've secured themselves the cup before the halfway point in the season here. Privite swings the ball into the box. Dragovich rises to meet it and heads it clear. Ball back into Privite. He puts it in towards goal, but Bontis is going to scoop that one up off of the turf. And again, quickly getting the ball back into play. Abud with it once more, asking everyone to open up and give him something to pass to. It's Caldera with it now, but he's dispossessed. Saab Kular working really hard to keep his team in this game. This is Morano cutting around one defender, bodied off the ball by Dragovich, but Frank Privite comes away with it. It's the substitute Goranson who's finally able to win the ball back for Sigma. This is Goranson again with a lovely ball slipped through for Miles Green. Miles Green cutting back into the middle, plays the ball across. Tavernier with it now, and his shot is blocked off the chest of Saab Kular, who's having a phenomenal game so far. Tavernier with another ball in towards the box, looking for Goranson, and headed clear by Justin Loganov. Cameron Stewart bodied off of the ball, and Sigma come away with it. Stewart with it once again, that. Cameron Stewart working his way up that left side, being closed down by Yusuf Helmy. Long throw in from Sigma, shouldered out by Loganov. Long throw from Tejamola, causing problems for North Mississauga, but play whistled down on the foul. Will be Ragnan to get us back underway as fans continue to filter into the stadium here with gorgeous Mississauga skyline in the background. Privite heading it in, Masunda giving chase. Goranson, this is Caldera. Greeno looking for Goranson, but it'll be Ragnan giving it all the way back to Michael Williams. Williams lofts the ball up towards half. He was looking for Memi, but Sigma got to it first. A ball for Morano. Morano giving chase, but he's going to be flagged down for being offside. Into the middle for Nikolovsky, Helmy, Milodragovic. This is Goranson again. Into the middle for Nikolovsky. Sigma actually, I said they were fourth before. They're actually in fifth as it stands at the moment, behind Alliance, Burlington, Scrissapi, and Blue Devils. And tomorrow we're going to have a fantastic match for you between second place Scrissapi and third place Burlington Soccer Club from Burlington. It's going to be their annual Father's Day game. They're going to have the local animals out from the shelter to be shown off in front of anybody who's looking to adopt. They're going to have a bunch of vendors. We did that same game last year. It was a double header, a scorching hot day if I recall correctly, in beautiful Burlington, Ontario. Ragnan working his way up over half. Lofts the ball into the corner for Privite to run into. Privite putting a ball into the box. Memi was there, but it's going to be Trevanier coming away and escorting it out of bounds. Looks like Tejamol is down in the box right now. And as you can hear, the trainer is in the dressing room with Faisal Ghaffur right now, dealing with the last injury. So we'll see what comes of this. Both teams take a quick little water break. 26th minute of play here. Tejamola coming off the pitch. Referee signaling that he's going to need a substitution. Looks like Daniel Stampatori is going to come into the game for Tejmola here. You hate to see that player putting in a strong performance like Karm Tejmola has done so far today, having to leave the game only moments after Faisal Ghaffur. So things not necessarily going according to plan here for Sigma all of a sudden. Habib with the long throw in towards Miles Green, and Yours truly almost viciously attacked there with the ball. But I dodged it with depth speed, as you'll be happy to hear, I'm sure. Ragging in with it now. Being hurried off the ball by Caldera. Stewart trying to get the ball up, but it's blocked by Stampatori, getting his first touch of the game as Privite closed him down quickly. Or sorry, rather that was Palmer Aguiang. Palmer Aguiang, rather that, not Stewart. Couillard playing a ball into the corner. Nobody there, though. Oh, no, sorry. It's the fourth official standing in my way. Couldn't quite see. It's Nolan putting a ball in towards Memi. Nolan comes away with it once again after it's deflected outside the box. Whipton and Dino Bont is able to scoop that one out of the air. Quickly releasing Caldera. Caldera cutting back inside against the grain. Full head of steam here for Caldera as he puts it into the corner. This is Stampatori. Stampatori cutting back inside. Great defensive work there by great work there by I don't have a number. Looks like it was probably Palmer Aguiang again. And here he is with the ball once more. Palmer Aguiang going down after being fouled. It'll be a North Mississauga free kick. '30th minute of play. Big story so far, 2 first half injury substitutions for Sigma FC already. Only a third of the way through the match. Complexion of this match has certainly changed now. The loss of Faisal Ghafour and Cameron Tejmola. Trevanier with the ball up through the middle looking for Caldera, but it's going to be claimed there by Saab Couillard, who gave it all the way back to Michael Williams to clear. Helmy now looking for Caldera, but he's dragged down by Ragnan. Just over 15 minutes left here, friends, or under 15 minutes left, rather, that. Still 0-0. Helmy with it now, being closed down by Privite. Stampatori up the sideline, looking for Miles Green, but just a bit far behind him and out of bounds. Ragnan to clear. Masunda tried to chest it down, but Helmy's going to come away with it. He's battling with Masunda. Abiud giving it to Nikolovsky. Nikolovsky and Goranson with a quick 1-2. Back out wide to Abiud. Nikolovsky's going to swing one into the box. Ragnan clears. Only as far as Helmy. Helmy gives it back to Milodragovic, to Frace. Miles Green looks to be fitting in rather easily here with his Sigma teammates. Gary Bonds used to do that back in the day. If you were a baseball fan, just crank him out of the park like that. But wrong game, I guess. This is Nikolovsky. Caldera, who switched from right to left here, so far being given freedom to roam. This is Frace. Lovely ball up the middle for Miles Green. Stepping up to win the ball back was Loginov, but a shot in by Miles Green just wide of the goal. No harm there for Michael Williams. He'll go collect that ball from out of bounds. Dragovich now. Aviud. Nikolovsky with the ball up over the top looking for Abiud, but just a bit too far in front of him and out for another goal kick for North Mississauga. And this is kind of the exact opposite of what Sigma were looking for here today. They wanted to get a goal early, which they did, but it was offside, so it didn't count. The longer they keep North Mississauga in this game, the more North Mississauga are going to think they're going to have a chance to be in it. And as we can see, things are bubbling up in that direction right now. Privet goes up for the header. Stampatori comes away with it, though. Miles Green with the ball now. Caldera gets onto it, and he's tackled from behind, although I think he just slowed his run, which is a smart play, don't get me wrong. But I imagine he wouldn't have been fouled in that instance if he'd have just kept moving. Gabriel Goranson laying it off. Dragovich to Abiud. Trevanier pulled down just there by Nolan. Just under 10 minutes of regulation time left here in the first half. Sigma get everything started. North Mississauga not paying attention whatsoever. Miles Green goes up for the header, but it's cleared by Saab Kular. But North Mississauga unable to get it out of their own end. This is Caldera. Caldera cutting inside, just left foot in towards the box. Miles Green with a shot in towards goal, but nothing of consequence as Michael Williams will take his time getting the ball back into play. Michael Williams using his full 6 seconds here. Trevanier with it once more. Very patient. He finds Miles Green. Miles Green one-on-one with the goalie, and great save by Michael Williams. Sprawling to his right. Low, making the save and sprawling onto the ball to keep it away from Miles Green, who is just absolutely salivating over the opportunity to get a goal here in his debut match. Ragnan, his pass is picked off. This is Miles Green again. Green in the box, shot lofted up over the keeper, and Michael Williams had no chance. Miles Green, I said it only a moment ago, he's looking for it, and he finally gets it. Scoring his first of the season to put Sigma up 1-0 here in the 37th minute of play. You knew it was coming, and if it was going to be anyone, it was going to be him. He's looked dangerous all half. The opportunity just hadn't been there. Great save only moments ago by Michael Williams to keep him off the score sheet. But he follows it up only a minute later with another gorgeous goal. Ball lofted up over the top of the keeper and into the corner. Side netting. And Sigma find themselves up 1-0. And they've got one hand on the cup now, friends. It's a figure of speech for anyone looking for a cup right now. Like our esteemed photographer, Martin. I'm not going to dignify him with his last name at this stage just because he gets too much love as it is. You should ask him. You should probably ask him about his photographs of all the planes flying over today. Those are the ones that don't get posted to Instagram, apparently. Back to the soccer game, though, friends. It's a good one so far. Saab Kular with it. Loganov with a long lofted ball up and no one able to get onto the end of it. I was teasing before. Martin's a good guy. Probably took my favorite picture of myself that anyone's ever taken last year at the Electric City home opener up on the Skyjack as Trevanier is taken down. Basil's his last name. We'll dignify him finally. Martin Basil, photographer extraordinaire. As Sigma stand over the ball. Yellow card here to Justin Loganov. No surprise on that. Miles Green standing over this one.
Number 5, Justin Loganov in the 45th minute. In the 40th minute.
Caldiera and Miles Green standing over the ball as referee Marco Grubasic gives instructions to take a couple steps back. Caldiera's shot easily dealt with by Michael Williams. Not a lot of power and not a lot of placement. You need at least one of those two things if you're going to score. And he had neither. Masuna getting a ball up to Memi. Underlapping run rather, that by Nolan. And chance coming as Privite puts a shot in towards goal. Bontis makes the kick save and a beauty. Sean Palmer Adjumang getting the ball back into play quickly. He's found Masunda. You can see the intensity's been cranked up just about a half a notch here by North Mississauga because they know they've got to get themselves back into this. But they were holding their own for the most part. Dragging in out to Palmer Adjumang. This is Cameron Stewart. A little bit of quick passing here, trying to spread Sigma out. Finally, Miles Green starts to give chase, stepping up the pressure on the defenders when they've got the ball. Privite now trying to cut inside, and he's steered away by number 6 in blue, Gabriel Goranson. Second minute of play here. 1-0 for Sigma. Goal only moments ago by Miles Green. Harsh luck for Michael Williams, who made a stellar save on Green moments before that. Provides ball into the box, is headed clear by Frace. Cameron Stewart battling hard with Miles Green to try and win the ball back. Green's going to get the call, however. And North Mississauga will be relieved that they can casually get themselves back into position rather than having to deal with a counterattack. Helmy lofting a ball up, and that'll be brought down by Kular. Goranson laying it off for Green. Green lifts his head and plays the ball across the middle, and unfortunately Ajimang was there. Or fortunately, if you're a North Mississauga fan. This is Ragnan. Luca Ragnan finds Sab Kular. All through the middle. This is Loganov, but Helmy takes the ball off of him, and lovely little stutter step there by Helmy. Gives himself some space, puts it into the corner for Goranson. Goranson in the box, looking for options. Helmy's first one. Helmy's pass is picked off, and it's Masunda coming back the other way. Nikolovsky closing him down quickly. Masunda loses his footing, but able to get back up, and he'll walk that one right out of bounds for a Sigma throw-in. "44 minutes have ticked off the clock here, friends. Goranson is hoping to get the call there as he went one-on-one with Kular. Kular gets the call, however, though. This is Morano working hard, and he gets around Frace. Morano with it. 16-year-old Morano. Anthony Morano putting a ball in towards goal and right into the arms of Dino Bontes. I've mentioned once or twice that Anthony Morano's 16, but I didn't mention that the goalkeeper, Michael Williams, is also 16 years old. Getting some minutes here with North Mississauga in the League One Ontario Premier League. Nikolovsky laying it off for Abiud, and Sigma are so quick to get back the other way on the counterattack. Goranson's going to win the call. Cameron Stewart wondering what he could have done differently to not get deemed as having fouled him. Fourth official holding up the board to show that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of additional time added on to this half. Nemi working his way in towards the top of the box. This is Masunda. Masunda with a lovely step over left-footed ball brought down by Milodragovic and finally cleared by Helmy. Saw Kular in full stride here. Wanted to give a shout out to John Lesueur, fourth official there, doing a fantastic job holding up that board. Loganov looking for a teammate. Chips the ball up, but it's Trevanier heading it down to Nikolovsky. Nikolovsky back to Trevanier. He's closed down, and that's going to be a foul. If I had to hazard a guess, a yellow card, too. I've been wrong once before. Nolan gets away with one. You can hear the Sigma bench screaming that that's a yellow card.
Yeah, he's driving forward. He's quite quick. So why does he have to follow that?
Oh, I don't need to repeat head coach John Zervos there. I'm sure you heard him. Disappointed with the lack of a call. Luca Ragnan with it. Getting it right back once again. Loganov and Ragnan playing a little game of catch here, back and forth. Sub Kular into the middle. Ragnan lets it go. This is Masunda with the ball on his right foot, blocked by Milodragovic. This is Caldiera getting onto it, coming back the other way for Sigma. Pervite gets a foot in and knocks it out for a Sigma throw. Stemptor with a long throw in. Helmy gets to it. Sigma more than happy to just mess around with the ball in their own side of half here. And that's your first half, friends. Only goal so far that counts coming off the boot of Miles Green. 1-0 Sigma as we head into half. Come back in 15 minutes after you get yourself a drink and a snack, and we'll be right back with your second half of action here from Paramount Fields in Mississauga. It's your League One Ontario Match of the Week. Welcome back to Paramount Fine Foods Fields here in Mississauga for this League One Ontario match of the week. My name is Pierce Lang. This is Sigma versus North Toronto. This one could decide who wins the Credit River Cup. I don't see a lot of blue and orange here, which would indicate Sauga City Supporters Collective in the house. They'll probably do a trophy presentation at the end of the year, I imagine. No substitutions at halftime. Still 1-0 for Sigma. Goal scored by Miles Green. Hard luck for 16-year-old keeper Michael Williams after having made a save only moments earlier on Miles Green. Milodragovic having to charge back and win back possession after a missed touch here to start the second half. Demi working hard to try and win the ball back, but he's over the back of Abiud. It'll be a Sigma free kick here. I promised you stats and standings, and I'm going to give you some stats and standings here, friends. Leading your League One Ontario Premier Division are Blue Devils FC with 5 wins and 3 draws for 18 points, 21 goals for. Only team ahead of them are these here, Sigma FC, boys in blue. Following Blue Devils FC only on goal differential are both Scrissapi and Burlington, who will be facing each other tomorrow in another League One Ontario live streamed match. Alliance currently sitting 4th on 17 points with 17 goals for. And Sigma are in 5th right now. Yellow card here for Daniel Stampatori. 48th minute of play, Stampatori sees yellow.
Yellow card issued to Sigma number 2.
Proceeding down the table, we've got Simcoe, ProStars, Guelph, Electric City, and Vaughan making up the top half. Second or bottom half of the table starts off with North Toronto, Woodbridge, Derby, Hamilton United, and then North Mississauga. Behind them are Windsor, London, St. Catharines, Roma, Wolves, Waterloo, Masters, and Unionville, Milliken. Looking back at some of the games we've already seen this week, there's really only one. It was Derby 2-1 victors over Masters last night. Batabenji getting 2 goals in the first half for Derby. Justin Robertson getting the lone goal for Masters. Yellow card here for North Mississauga in the 49th minute of play. Looks as though it was Chado Nolan getting the yellow just a moment ago.
Yellow card issued to number 35.
Trevanier dispossessed. Nikolovsky gets it. Trevanier trying to get it back to him. This is Memi losing his footing, but he gets back onto his feet and he rushes around Abiud. Stepping in was Helmy to break up the play. Luka Ragignan popping a ball up over the top. Loganov trying to nod it on. Helmy stepping up to win the ball back for Sigma. Counterattack broken up, but it's Goranson with it now. Stampatori. Caldera cutting back inside. Miles Green tries to turn, but Loganov was on his back. Opportunity knocking here for Anthony Morano. Morano closed down, shot in towards goal. Bontis with a sprawling save, diving to his left and pushing that one wide of his goal. Great work by young Dino Bontis, and also phenomenal job there by Anthony Morano to fend off the defensive player as he got his shot off. Can't say enough about that save from Bontis, however. This is Trevania, but he's offside. Masunda getting some instruction there from head coach Amir Riazi. Logging off. Got a ball up. Morano gets a knock to the head there from Freyas. He's back up to his feet. Stampatori to get us back underway here. Sigma will reset as the ball is worked back to Milodragovic. Hope you're enjoying this game as much as I am. It wouldn't be possible for us to bring it to you without the help of our fantastic sponsors. I'd like to take a second here to acknowledge the following league partner. CIBC, the lead partner for Canada Soccer, the Canadian Premier League, and League One Ontario. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel, and Degree, inspiring the confidence to move. And here's a guy that's moving. It's Trevania getting a ball up to Miles Green. Foot race here now. But it's going to be Saab Kular getting it all the way back to Michael Williams. Ragington out wide. This is Deshaun Palmer. Adjumang. Adjumang outside of the boot looking for Anthony Morano, but he gets it caught up in his feet. This is Caldera. Green looking for Caldera once again. He's going to try and get on to the end of this. Adjumang gives him a shove in the back. Masunda closed down quickly. Goranson comes away with it, however. Goranson lays it off for Caldera. Stampatori overlapping run, charging up the pitch, cuts his way into the box. Loganov on him. Stampatori with it still, dancing on the edge of the box. Loganov closing him down. Loganov trying to clear, blocked by Stampatori. Comes to Miles Green. Miles Green laying it off. Helmy with a shot in towards goal, and Michael Williams knocks that one out of the air and slows things down here for North Mississauga. Loganov slow to his feet, but he's back up and running back into position. Looks like he'll be okay. Lovely ball up over the top. Milidragovic is going to be closed down here by Anthony Morano. Morano trying to win the ball back, but unable to get in front of Milidragovic, and it's going to go out for a Sigma FC throw-in. Goal kick, rather than. 56 minutes played here in this match so far. Still 1-0. Goal coming from Miles Green in the first half. Trace putting a ball up over the top, but it's going to be Ragington playing it back to Williams. Miles Green's on his horse to close down the defenders with the ball. Sab Kular. Privite trying to keep it in, but he's unable to get to it before it goes out of bounds. Goranson turning. He's going to go back to Bontis. Nikolovsky's found Green. Abiud with it now. Abiud doing a great job of maintaining possession. Goranson's going to switch play. Stampatori charging up the right side. He's able to get to it, but he loses his footing. Palmer Adjamang gets to it first. Goranson then beats him to the ball. Ooh, Stampatori with a late challenge, catching Frank Privite on the heels. You can hear the appeals for a yellow card, but no such luck here for the North Mississauga players as referee Marko Grubasic walks over and helps Frank Privite to his feet. A little bit of miscommunication there by Milidragovic and his teammate in figuring out who was going to be open for that pass. And they were looking for Milidragovic, but he wasn't looking for the ball. This is Goranson. Helmy. Helmy with his head up. Trevanier trying to work his way through Loganov. Masunda. Goranson with it again. Stampatori's found Caldiera. Caldiera cuts inside. This is Miles Green. Green with the ball on his left foot, looking towards goal, and we have a new competitor in the home run derby. Privite with a lovely chip over the top, but it's going to be Bontis coming out to clear. In talking to North Mississauga head coach Amir Riazi before the game, he said that they were going to try and play with the ball on the ground and work their way up, passing around everyone, but if they had to, they were more than willing to play long balls up over the top, and you can see that they've moved into that sort of a direction as far as their attack here in the second half goes. Caldiera wins the ball, and he's going to get the call despite, from this perspective, having just lost his footing. But life goes on. Abiud with it now on the far side. Trevanier back to Abiud. Ooh, Milodragovic misplaying the ball. Bontis with a heads-up play to collect it. Nikolovsky's found Goranson. Goranson's going to play it out wide. Caldier is going to try and get onto the end of it. He's able to keep it in bounds. Palmer Adjumang closing him down. Masunda to Privite. Privite closed down quickly, and it's Nino Mikolovsky who's able to win the ball back for Sigma. '61st minute of play here at the Paramount Fine Foods Fields. Just off the 401 here. I guess it's the 410, isn't it? As you head from Mississauga into Brampton. Helmy putting a ball into the corner for Stampatori. Stampatori's right-footed ball into the box goes through everyone, and it's finally cleared by North Mississauga. It's Goranson getting to it first. Helmy now with it on his right foot, cutting in towards the middle, but he's closed down quickly by several North Mississauga players. This is Goranson with it once more. Nikolovsky's going to give it to Freyas. Stampatori on the sideline. You can see how North Mississauga are more than willing to give them this space, let them play with it in this part of the field, keeping everything compact and making it hard to get pressure through. Great work by Caldiera, cutting through player after player and making his way in towards the box, but finally his efforts go unrewarded. Loganov to Ragignan. Palmer Adjumang turning and releasing and giving it back to Ragignan. Kular on the ball now, and he's got tons of space to work with. Ball whipped into the box, and it's going to be right into the hands of Dino Bontes, who gets us back underway immediately, rolling it out to Helmy. Stampatori having to charge back and get possession back of the ball. Anthony Morano giving solid pressure here, providing a defensive presence while Sigma works the ball around in the back. Great show of intelligence by the young 16-year-old. From one 16-year-old to another, this is Williams. Ragignan with it. Palmer Adjumang with a lovely little turn. He's trying to find Anthony Morano. Masunda wins the ball back, winning it off of Freyas. Chance coming here for North Mississauga. Masunda charging in towards goal, and he's beat Bontis. And we're all level here, friends. Lee Victor Masunda scoring the equalizer. 64th minute of play, and it's 1-1. Cheeky little touch there by Lee Victor Masunda to push it past Bontis, and we've got a substitution hurriedly entering into the match here for North Mississauga. Two of them actually, by the looks of it. An update for you on that in just a moment, but it's 1-1, friends, here between North Mississauga and Sigma. All right, so who have we got coming in here, friends? So 10's going to be coming out. That's Frank Privite. Coming in for Frank will be number 27, Inder Thin. They're not going to get into the match, though, however. It'll be Marcel Tesselin who will be coming in as well. And it looks as though he'll be replacing Justin Loganov. So they're looking for something different down the middle here as Caldiera is taken down at the top of the box. It's a dangerous spot for a free kick, and you can see now the substitutions will make their way into the match. And I said before, it's Inder Thin coming in for Frank Privite and Marcel Tesselin coming in for Justin Loganov. Subs taking their sweet time getting off the pitch here, giving the team a chance to breathe and settle the nerves after getting themselves back into this match.
Substitution, 66 minutes.
Shot in towards goal and off the wall, and it's going to be a free kick. You can't do that. Oh, goodness. If you're going to be in the wall, the last thing you want to do is jump with your hands up in the air. Absolutely shocking from the defender, and he's going to end up getting a yellow. It looks as though it's probably Cheto Nolan. And it's Nolan's second yellow of the game as well. So moments after equalizing the game, absolutely boneheaded play by Cheto Nolan gets him sent off with his second yellow of the match. North Mississauga down to 10 men now here for the rest of this match. 22 minutes have gone by here in the second half. 67th minute of play, and Sigma now with the opportunity to go ahead and up a man. You can see Amir Riazi definitely not thrilled with the call here. It'll be Caldiera standing over the ball. Lots of pressure here on young goalkeeper Michael Williams, 16 years old. Stood up against Caldiera. Caldiera, low hard shot to the left side, and Williams sprawling to his right, and Sigma retake the lead. Goal off the boot of Marcus Caldiera here in the 70th minute of play. And Sigma go back up to 1-0 in this match. Yellow card to North Mississauga head coach Amir Riazi. tall task at hand here for the North Mississauga Panthers as they're back down a goal after having equalized only moments ago. Masunda scoring to equalize and bring things level, and only moments after that, Cheeto Nolan jumping up and raising his arms above his head while he was in the wall, and penalty kick awarded. Marcus Caldera capitalizing and scoring, giving Sigma the lead once again. And now not only do they have the 1-goal lead, they're up a man as well. If this doesn't light a fire under North Mississauga, I don't know what will, because at this stage, it's got to be all or nothing. There's no sense sitting back and absorbing wave after wave of pressure. You're already losing. If they'd gone down a man and hadn't gone down a goal in the same instance, it'd be a different story, but things have changed here all of a sudden. There's no waiting around for anything right now. Left-footed ball into the box. Opportunity, and oh my goodness! Penalty for North Mississauga in a play that reminded me of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's goal in the 1999 Champions League final. While we're talking about Champions League finals, pokes a toe out. Looked like it was Memi, and not entirely sure. It looks like it was, yeah, it was Freyes who got his hand to the ball, and so Santiago Freyes is going to get the yellow card. And just like that, in the 72nd minute, an opportunity here for North Mississauga to get themselves back into the match. Sigh of relief from the North Mississauga bench. Here is all their frustrations have possibly been quelled here. And everything I spent the last 2 minutes talking about was all for naught. It's, they could suddenly be back into this match. It's Cameron Stewart sending over the ball, puts it to the right side, and Bontis goes the wrong way. And we're all tied up at 2 here, friends. Exciting. Couple of minutes ticking off the clock here in the last 5. We had a second yellow for a red, penalty goal. Then at the other end, a hand ball in the box and another yellow card, and then a goal. This is Goranson being closed down by Morano. Hilar pulled down, and Goranson's going to get whistled for the foul, and he's going to get a yellow card on the play, surely. We've got a yellow card here again for Sigma. Gabriel Goranson getting that in the 74th minute of play, rather that. Things are getting a little hairy around here all of a sudden. This is the game I think we were all hoping for, and it's finally turning into what we wanted. A classic cup match. So much on the line here. If Sigma win this one, it'd be impossible for anyone to catch them for the Credit River Cup. North Mississauga giving themselves a chance here. So you're saying there's a chance. North Mississauga is set to make another substitution. It'll be coming out of the match, 16-year-old Anthony Morano coming in. It's going to be number 7, Dylan Avila. Getting some encouragement here from Amir Riazi. And he shares a hug with Morano, who had an outstanding game here for a 16-year-old, you gotta say. Didn't look out of place for a moment. This is Santiago France over the ball now. Finding Gabriel Goranson. Goranson being closed down by Masunda. Masunda carries on to close out Sampatori. They're looking for Miles Green over the top, and just a little bit too much on that ball, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. 81 minutes played here, friends, in this Credit River Cup match. 2-2 between North Mississauga and Sigma. And Avila's first touch of the ball, and it lets him down as Milodragovic comes away with it. This is Santi Freyas. Lovely chipped ball up over the top. Palmer Agjamang unable to get it. Caldiera puts shot in towards goal, and he had Michael Williams beat, but just wide of the goal. Need to put a little bit of English on that one to round the keeper. Substitution coming into the match will be Will Curtis. Will Curtis, who plays his university soccer at the University of Nebraska, Omaha. A late addition to this club, and coaching staff told me before the game that when the opportunity was offered, he took it with glee, taking the opportunity to come play a little football north of the border here. We'll see what the number 24 in blue can get done here with just under 13 minutes to play. Speedy winger. Coming on for Trevanier. North Mississauga trying to get a substitution in, but they didn't get the paperwork in on time, so play will resume. This is Milodragovic. Nikolovsky now onto his left foot. Helmy into the corner for Abiut. Fabulous work there by Inder Thin to get onto that ball and push it out of bounds. Coming into the match for North Mississauga is going to be Marcus Brooks. Brooks is replacing Cameron Stewart. Good match for Stewart so far. He scored on the penalty kick to equalize for North Mississauga. Caldiera trying to work the ball out of the corner, but he's closed down by several players in red, and it'll be a Sigma throw-in rather than that. He'll go all the way back to Milodragovic. Keep in mind here, friends, North Mississauga is still down a man after the red card. Really holding their own. Chido Nolan sent off. In the 70th minute. Or rather than he was sent off in the 68th minute. The goal was scored in the 70th minute. This is Memi. It's Abiud coming away with the ball, though. Good hustle there by Dylan Avila, but he's not able to get past Abiud. Imani Abiud having an outstanding game on the left side here today for Sigma. Goranson with it. Goranson was a first half substitution for Faisal Ghaffur. Held his own so far today as well. Nino Nikolovsky with it. Ball into the corner for Caldiera. Great footwork there by Caldiera. Working his way through the box. He's found Nikolovsky, but North Mississauga come away with it. Clearing up past half. 8 minutes left in regulation here, friends. And you can see North Mississauga just laying in wait, allowing Sigma to wash over them with wave after wave of attack here, trying to save their energy for the last couple minutes of this match. Stampatori able to keep it in bounds. Miles Green hacked down. You could hear it from here. The clattering of the cleats against his boots. No card on the play, but some protestations from the North Mississauga bench. Another dangerous position for this free kick. If you're a North Mississauga supporter, you're hoping everyone keeps their hands down by their side. "83 minutes have ticked off the clock here, and we're about to get a couple more substitutions for Sigma as Miles Green lines up a left-footed boot in towards Michael Williams, and not enough on that one to really trouble the keeper. This is Palmer Adjumang to get us back underway. Masunda brings it down. Plays it back to Ragnan. Will Curtis closing him down, getting his first real touch of the game. See what this young man has. You don't often see Americans trekking over the border to play in Canada, but if you were going to do it with anyone, I would think that signing up to play for Sigma and working your way through their system might be a good move if you're of that caliber. Avila goes sliding in, trying to win the tackle, but it's eventually cleared by Sigma. This is Saab Kular putting another ball into the box. Adjumang heading it back to Ragnan. Palmer Adjumang with it now. Masunda turns. He's got it on his right foot, working his way towards the top of the box. Stepping up was Milodragovic. This is Stampatori now with it. Avila closing him down quickly. Masunda comes away with it. Masunda being closed down. Lots of ticks and flicks and kicks and trips here in the last few seconds, and we've got a substitution coming. 22 coming out of the match for Sigma, so that's Imani Abiud. Coming in for him is going to be Evan Dick. And then it'll be Nikolovsky coming out of the match. And in place of him will be Dominic Foligno. Stampatori's going to go back to Freyas. Dragovic with it now. These last 5 minutes of play here should be very exciting. You can tell North Mississauga aren't willing to just give up. Despite being down a man, score is level. So they've got that going for them. This is Evan Dick now with it. Dragovic has found Stampatori. Stampatori into the corner for Wright. Or Will Curtis, rather, that. I don't know why I called him Wright. It's my first day, don't tell my boss. Dragovic chests it down at half. Plenty of space for Goranson here. Avila closing him down. This is Stampatori. Dragovic steps up and lays it off for Goranson. Back to Dragovic. Goranson now, top of the box. Being pressured. Shot in towards goal by Caldier and just wide of Michael Williams' net. And out for a goal kick. Sand slipping through the hourglass here, friends. 87th minute of play. Still 2-2. Both teams scoring on penalties. Only moments apart, really. Handballs in the box. This is Helmy. Luka Milidragovic almost lost his footing in a dangerous spot. Gets it back from Goranson. This is Yusuf Helmy. Helmy cutting onto his left foot. No, staying on his right foot, but cutting left. Still with it. Ball across the face of goal, and first opportunity for Will Curtis, and he skies it over the goal, but keeps it in the park. Just missed the memo here. 2 minutes left on the clock. 2-2 is the score. My name's Pierce Lang. This is your League One Ontario match of the week. It's been an absolutely fantastic game here. All sorts of drama. You can't ask for much more as a neutral. This is Miles Green now as Palmer Adjumang closed him down. And the clearance by Ragnan goes off of Adjumang and out for a corner kick. Exactly the opposite of what they were going for. This is Gabriel Goranson over the ball. He's going to swing a right-footed outswinger into the box. It's going back post. Milidragovic got to it. Yusuf Helmy now. Helmy really making it apparent that he's uncomfortable with the ball on his left foot here. Stampatori with it now. Goranson. Goranson whips the ball into towards the goal. It gets caught up in the air. Going up for it was Michael Williams. As Freyas charged the keeper and play whistled down as Williamson slow to his feet here. Or Williams, rather, that. Stampatori, or Freyas lucky to not get a yellow from my perspective. It was pretty obvious he wasn't making much of a play on the ball. Michael Williams still on the ground. Maybe just a little bit thirsty, needing a sip of water. 90th minute of play. I'll update you here on how much time will be added on as our fourth official, Lasser's, hustling hard to get to his board to make sure everyone's aware of how much time remains. Six minutes of time to be added on to this game. Free football for the neutral fan. Nail-biting time for both of these teams. Palmer Adjumang's ball right to Freyas. Tesselin playing a ball up, and it's quickly collected by Evan Dick, who's found Milodragovic. Oh, strong challenge there by Evan Dick. You can hear him complaining, but nobody on the sidelines over here is surprised that the call was made. A little late, to say the least. So he completely cleared out Inderthind. That's not thinned after all. Evan Dick's going to get a yellow because he just could not keep his mouth shut. It was Carmemi who was taken down on that play that I misnamed moments ago. Ragnan with it again. Look at Ragnan with a very casual ball into the middle, and Caldiera is there to collect, and it's a Sigma 3-on-2. Ragnan makes up for his earlier misstep, but only gets his clearance as far as Evan Dick. Dick has found Goranson. This is Inderthind finally being taken down. The counterattack being quashed by the Sigma FC defenders. Sunda brings it down off his thigh. Goranson's all over him. You can hear his teammates yelling, "No foul." This is Marcus Brooks playing it into the corner for Memi. Coming back the other way is Foligno. Foligno to Caldiera. Caldiera's still got the ball. Sliding challenge from Carmemi, and will be a Sigma free kick in a dangerous spot. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. And again, not where you want to be giving these guys opportunities, in tight as they are. This is a marking problem here for North Mississauga, as they are down a man still, with Nolan having been sent off quite some time ago now. Here in the second half, Stampatori collects it. Back to Evan Dick. Evan Dick puts another ball into the box. Frey's got his head to it, and it was first real chance for Will Curtis in his League One Ontario career here on your League One Ontario Match of the Week. Still 2-2. North Miss are down a man. They were down a man and down a goal, clawed their way back into this just moments after going down. If you're curious, that's probably the biggest plane that's ever gone by in any game that I've done here. Some Emirates badging on that bad boy. Seems appropriate for a football match. One of the proudest sponsors of the game overseas. Stampatori putting another ball in towards the box. Williams goes up to clear, punches it away. Goranson with a lovely little move. Gets the ball right back again. Here's Goranson with it still out wide for Stampatori. Stampatori puts it in towards the box, and it's off the arms of Lee Victor Masunda. But he had him in tight towards his body, so no concern about a foul or a handball in the box there. Nothing he could have done. Natural position. It's Goranson standing over this corner kick. He's going to whip a right-footed ball to the back post by the looks of it. Oh, he goes near post. It was Miles Green who was closest to it, but Avila able to head the ball clear. And now Masunda wins the ball back for North Mississauga, and he's going to get the call as Stampatori took him down. But, oh, that is the end of the game. 2-2 your final between North Mississauga and Sigma for your League One Ontario Men's Match of the Week. My name's Pierce Lang. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this game. We've got to give a big thanks to MSA for providing the coverage, and we'll be back tomorrow with Burlington versus Chrysopi in your League One Ontario bonus match of the week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.